관심 일했으니까 이번엔 우리의 그저 생각세 너와의 추억을 butterflies 어디로 가는 국내 아닌 멀리 묻는 둘이 낯선 과
Sasa hebu dance Sido. Tuonyeshe mabega.
Chicken is
Hai. Kijana wa Sudanese. Rusinga Island.
This is the 112 podcast again, under Photoflix Digital. Me and my boy here, Shmoli. Jina yangu ni Sydney Odundo. Like our page, subscribe, share, and like our videos.
Yeah, my name is Dan Shimoli. You can follow me on Instagram at ish.shimoli.com. Yeah, like, share, and let's have some great times. It's just something that we will be doing to have fun and pass time. And we like to invite you too.
By fun, we already put out an episode there.
By the way, we got a lot of critics on it. But I think it was a good test run. At least we got a lot of replies. One of the biggest issues was the audio.
We shot for 3 hours, majama. Then we find the sound is all over the place.
The sound was all over the place. So this is new to us. This is just new to us.
So we couldn't post the whole thing.
Yes, we couldn't post the whole thing.
So we are back to again do the parts for the first episode. The intention, it was looks versus money.
Yeah, it was a really good discussion. We really had a really good discussion.
Watu Upton wanasema beauty or Benjamin.
Yeah.
Beauty or Benjamin.
Beauty or Benjamins.
Beauty or Benjamin. But we wanted to focus mostly on men.
Yeah. So from our point of view, because that's our experience. That's our experience. That's our authentic.
Danko. Tulikuwa tunajiuliza as a Kenyan guy, would you rather be very attractive or have a very successful career?
Okay, from just like the last time, I still think that having a successful career or basically just being financially stable, I think that is the question that we are asking, right? Mm-hmm. Just being financially stable is way better. It's way better than having an attractive face, because at the end of the day, looks fade. Yes, it can get you into the doors, but it will fade over time. Slim and fit people become chubby. People with smooth skin age. Yeah, that's the reality of life. And once you are comfortable, and once you understand that, I don't think you can be going for looks. Looks, yes, it will get you somewhere, but at the long run, I don't think. It's a long term. It's a long term asset.
Mimi wasena ni swadanganya. Kitu dangana actually ina make sense. On paper ni ukweli. Sijui looks ni nini. Lakini manze society tunaishi saa hii and the things that we go through. Manze sura mbaya people don't have it easy. So me, I tend to think that our personality sometimes it's pegged to our the way our appearance or how we perceive ourselves.
Okay.
So imagine bro, ndio uko na do. Najaribu sana nataka pesa. Lakini think about this. Buda unakaa vile unataka, like sura tu mbaya tu, yani si ati ile ya katikati. You're not attractive. But then you have all these chums ama career. I can even pick a career. Let's say you are a software guy, who is very good. Let's say you put out 4 apps out there. But imagine you pull up somewhere manze, for you to even hold a conversation, I mean no prejudgment and how people are. Kabla hata waanze kuongelesha wase. Manze washa kujudge manze. So you're always the guy. Kwa mabashi lazima waanze kuambia wase bila ni mzee. Software engineering ndio akupatie heshima manze. Niko na apps 4.
But it will keep you away from the unrealistic or the people who are not genuine enough around you. Because if somebody will just judge you by the way you look, not by the experience you've had or anything else, I think that would be detrimental.
Sisemi
people will judge you by your looks. And if you are the ugly person, these people, hawa watu itakuwa imekusaidia, basically itakuwa imekushinda from fake people, like people who will just want to be with you because you look a certain way. But when you are ugly and you can make a connection, you can be sure that is a real connection, because you mtu overlook, you're sure this guy has overlooked the face value.
No, not really overlooked. You had to explain it. They had to
Or you
really
had
know
some
it.
some personality wenye ili attract to you.
But I don't want to say that how people judge you based on your look is purely shallow in terms of thinking. Nasema appearance and how attractive you are, naturally, it does something to people. So it's something that even yourself you can do, or even myself, without really knowing. So there's a time, the last time I was even telling you, ukiona mse mwenye amevaa kama chokosh na anakuapproach at some speed, the first thought is not always that they're coming to tell you something nice. You get?
True.
So the appearance of how someone is something that you'll find yourself judging them before they even start speaking. So I think it is a bit challenging when people ideally are not drawn to you. They have to find a reason too. Yet someone else can have mediocrity, but then the fact that they are generally appealing, people tend to give them more chances. I think that's how the world is. Look at even actors. Imagine
Okay, I get your point, but is it self-sustaining? Is it something that will your looks? For example, if you got a job because of your looks, this is just an example. You got a job with your looks. If you are incompetent, in the long run, it will be seen like you are fake. Una fake the job. You will pata juu ya face value rather than your experience ama work ethics.
But
So I think like your face value pekee, ukiangalia face value pekee, it's not something self-sustaining. Vile tu nimekuambia, first of all, your looks zita fade. Second of all, money you can always multiply compared to face value. Money you can always multiply. You can invest na multiply. Sura hata kama ukienda, maybe you go to the best surgeon, but they have seen online like there is this guy who's trying to age backwards. So if you've seen it, it's the guy who is trying to he's using some therapies, like some special therapies, like he's taking some supplements. Whatever, from what he says, he wants to return his body to be like that of an 18-year-old. I think he's 30s. I think he's in his 30s.
And so
he looks ripped. The guy, if you look at his life story, he went from money first, then with the money, then with the unlimited source of money, he can now get himself in shape or make himself feel the way he wants. So I think money first. As much as beauty is important, money first.
But the reason why I was sticking for looks, I tend to look at life in terms of how contented and how happy you are.
Okay.
Than having what ideally everyone would take as needed, yet you're not happy. So I think the point goes back to self-esteem, and the confidence, the general confidence you have with yourself, brings you much more contentment, brings you much more happiness than the things that money will probably buy. And I know maybe we're not rich enough for us to say money is not everything, but then sometimes you get that money, then you realize it comes back to basics. For you to be happy, your self-esteem has to be on the roof. For you to be happy, you have to feel like people generally want to hang out with you. You have friends who pick people who have made it. Sometimes their biggest problem is always to know who actually genuinely loves you. And musicians have sung, if I lost everything I had, if I got locked away, would you still love me? If everything happens, that whatever you've accumulated goes away, what do you have? So I tend to think with someone who is the confidence that someone who is attractive has, and the contentment they have with themselves is the foundation for everything that is good in life.
But
so they can go dancing, they can go outside, but imagine having money and feeling
but
like
if
money.
all you have is the looks, looks don't take you everywhere. Yes, they'll take you somewhere, but they don't take you everywhere.
But you see, the assumption is there are okay. For us to establish it clearly, we can assume that mtu mwenye ako na pesa hataki sura. Na mtu, there's a comment that said a rich guy cannot be ugly.
Yeah. True, I've seen it.
A rich guy cannot be ugly.
Yeah.
But then, my point on that is, a rich guy can be ugly until you realize he's rich. So you are ugly until I know you have the
money.
tools.
Yeah, okay.
So I know the society has given so much weight to success, and especially financial success, such that anyone who doesn't want to chase it or who doesn't care about it so much, like the society wants us to, is deemed to be unambitious, complacent, and maybe doesn't value things in life. So for the successful career, the reason why I picked looks, let me land my point so that I don't water it down, is I don't want to get money and try and go back to fix the basics.
Okay.
I don't want to have money and I have to question everything around me. Now I have a successful career, and people out there, which no one, I think people who say that they don't care what people say.
Like the example that I've given of the guy is trying to
use the money to buy back the basics.
The basics, yeah.
Having a wife that everyone is saying that without money, man, without if you have backed this wife. Having a kid who tells you that acha mom ndiye atakuja visiting. Lambo iko sawa, lakini your kids will love you, but then we know how kids are. Watachonga baba yako. Unaona? So mimi nasema
what ugly are we talking about? Just to take you back. What's ugly? What are we calling ugly by the?
See, we are going both extremes because
both extremes. Okay.
But let us even pick some level of fairness, such that the attractive guy is not sleeping hungry. You get? They have a means. Maybe we can pick. They are just they have their day to day. You get? So they can eat, they can sleep, but then they are not successful. The ugly guy, success, let us not also exaggerate it that it's Elon Musk kind of success.
Okay, but you major, we're unaongea from the point that, yes, uko na do, but you have this charming personality, you have whatever you do. As in,
you're giving that guy points because that is that attractiveness is not just looks.
Okay, there's also a point that says that the difference between sexual harassment and, I don't know if you have seen that meme, the difference between sexual harassment and flirting is money. What do you think about that statement? What are the sentiments?
Man. Yeah. Okay, this is a bit but it's kind of true. We can say rank plus money has some bit to do. But it's about, again, the victim. So I can't say
there's a lot of cases where people who have had money have not been convicted for sexual harassment
because of their financial power. But you see, sometimes the cases come way later. You get?
Yeah, true.
But my point is, sexual harassment is sexual harassment. It doesn't matter who does it. But then the problem that we have in the society that we live in is that people give much more leverage and leeway to people who have money and means.
Okay.
So that's why I would make a comment, and someone will make the very comment, but we will be charged differently for it.
Okay.
So that bit, you can hear people say that, if Elon Musk tells you something that is borderline of sexual harassment, a normal regular person maybe would say, stop it, or maybe just brush it off as a flirting. It is more it's more about that person who is being harassed and choosing what to pick from it than what is standard. So I can't even say that if that sexual harassment becomes flirting when you have money, you'd spunk the wrong person and you'd go to jail. And they won't care how much you have. You get. But then most times than not, if you have too much chums, the victims will not come forward.
For my points naona like especially ukiwa na do money gets you out of a lot of problems.
A lot. Because the society right now has
the
a lot
society
of
now is like
money is king.
Cash is king, exactly.
But exactly. My call to everyone is that as much as you're chasing the bag, as much as you want money, and I've always asked you this stories to 10 million for less happiness.
We'll come to discuss that. That's a really good idea. I'd like to know what other people think about it.
Everyone has to know what for your quest for happiness, or your quest in this life. What are you chasing? It is in vain if you're chasing success, career success, and missing out. So we can pick on people who chased career and ignored family, got the money, then realized they are alone at the top. People say they will never marry or want kids until they get money. Now they can't get kids and they have the money.
Imagine.
People say they want to go to the gym. I can't sleep. I will only sleep 1 hour a night because I'm chasing the bag. Then got the money and now they're insomniacs who can't sleep without popping pills. And I get. So sometimes we may chase the success and we forget the basics.
Okay.
So ideally, why I was picking looks is that base. Before we even start, if someone is to tell me, man, you will get a successful career and you will be attractive and you work with it, I would pick the option that gives me immediate contentment and immediate normalcy. Like I am generally okay. And that will be looks. Mi naona na looks zako ukiwa, if you're an average looking guy or even attractive guy, life in the onset becomes easy kidogo. I'll talk to people, I'll feel good about myself. But you career, I think, the end goal is be
But
happy.
there are some people who get fulfillment from the success that they have had.
Yeah, true.
So that also gives you some sort of confidence.
No. So acha wasee pia watuambie kwa comment.
Mnafikiria aje?
Directly mtuambie mnafikiria aje. Is the world more cruel to a man who is broke
or to a man
who is ugly?
Yeah.
And if so, how are they navigating it and how should it be navigated?
How should you navigate it? Yeah.
So or another question would be, how long does it take you to realize how much is enough money for an ugly guy to have leniency? You get my point? How much is enough money?
Yeah.
So if you have,
how much is enough?
Exactly. If you have 50K, and you are ready to pop it up kwa club yote, and you are ugly, is that enough for people to sit around your table, or that is kidogo money? So what is there?
What is a price? Is there a price to being ugly?
And what is the price?
And what is the price?
So if ladies are to tell us, especially ladies, kama mseni sura mbaya, anafaa kuona pesa ngapi ndio ufunge hiyo macho, overlook. Na kama mtu ni attractive, inafaa asisote kiasi gani ndio pia mtu tolerate. Una get you are finding
that's a good question. Yeah.
So because we are speaking from a point where we've seen attractive niggas walking around with babes that we wish you could talk to, you get?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't give you time of day, because them ladies have realized they want someone who looks like this on their side, you get?
They don't care.
They don't care about what they have. They'd rather clean you up and have you for the pictures and the photo shoots.
Then there is the other side, who is not the most prettiest of faces, but has substantial amount of assets.
Na dem apigangi naye picha, unaonanga tu mkono yake kwa jet.
Imagine.
So my man, lakini huyo man
hautaiona hiyo man. Yeah, exactly.
So we would want to know what people's opinions are.
Think.
What people think. Pesa ama Luku, beauty or benches for the first episode that we didn't do. This is what we would have discussed.
This is what we discussed.
And now we are putting it out again.
Yes, without the audio and video issues.
Yeah, true.
Hopefully this time it's a little bit clearer for both audio and video.